Good morning and welcome to TriStar Digging. Appreciate you joining in. Today we're going to work on getting some drainage from out behind this building and get the water flowing right and make sure that there's no water settling around the foundation of this house. Lord's bless, it was a beautiful day. God bless you, and I thank you for joining in this morning. All right, let's get this equipment unloaded and get to work. When I was here working before, this area right here, it looks a lot different than it did previously. There was a huge stump in the ground right here. I'll pop in some video clips and some pictures of getting that stump out. Got the D5 dozer stuck against the stump and had to go get the 308 excavator and bring it back and dig the D5 out, and then work on digging the stump out and actually build a ramp on the upper side of the stump, and then crawled the D5 up on that ramp to get a hold of the stump from the top, work that thing loose. But it was a really big stump. You'll see the pictures of that. I'll attach those to this video. All right, let's take a look at this job we got to do today. I brought the Cat 259 and the Cat 304, and we'll use the Trimble Earthworks on that Cat 304 to dig the slope on this little project here. We'll first look around this building. They built this as a garage and be a little workshop, and also they plan to build an apartment in it over here on the left side, and they'll live in this apartment while they're building their house. I'm gonna try to get in the shade here so the camera's not in the sun, but I want you to look at that view. Maybe the sun's not in it, but absolutely gorgeous view of the mountains and this pasture and farmland here. So they're gonna build a house right there. Probably, I guess, right in that area right there. There's a stall out there, but you can't see it. Really beautiful place for a house. But anyway, so this is the shop they had built and garage. It's a really nice looking building, and it's got some type of bubble wrap insulation between the metal and the post, and even up on the roof. So he said it wasn't a whole lot of insulation, but it is some. So this area right here, they'll have an apartment set up in that. Be a nice little place to live while they're building their house. We'll step out the back, take a look at this. The problem, I was here before and brought the dozer and built this pad. No, actually I had the skid steer and the excavator built this pad. So we got this pad built, and told them when they got the building in to come back and fix the drainage. So that's what we're here to do today. So we'll start right here at the corner, and I'm gonna build a swale out towards the at an angle away from the building to get that water away. We'll put a little bit of dirt up on the building, up next to the building, get this water to drain away good, and then we'll do a little bit on this side here. This is not as bad. It's just a slight little swale to get the water away from the garage, the shop here. Now, I think what I'll do first is just get the skid steer and hoggle all this dirt out of here, get it down to a point where I can bring the excavator in and start putting everything on grade and really fine tuning the swale. So that's what we'll do now. So when I first set up here, it took me just a minute to get Trimble Earthworks set up. So the plan is to start right here at the building and cut a 2% slope to where it daylights out, or where it actually meets the ground out there where the ground's natural. That way the water will flow out the building and away from it. So I'm also using, if you see what I'm doing with the machine, what I'm also doing is use the blade to raise myself up to level, and then I'm raising myself up to a 2% fall away from the building. So the bucket is cutting at an angle, I'm gonna exaggerate it, but the bucket's cutting at an angle away from the building as well, so a 2% slope. So again, I'm using the blade to raise myself up to give a 2% slope away from the building, and I'm using Trimble Earthworks. I'm gonna exaggerate my hand again, but using Trimble Earthworks to give myself a 2% slope going the long ways of the building too. And then I'll come back and put a little bit of dirt up against the bottom of the metal and slope it back into my swell I'm digging out here. And then once I get it all dug out, you'll see there's a bank over here on the left side. I'll come up to the top side and make myself a little smooth area to work. And then I'll take that grading bucket and pull this dirt back and shape this bank and make it look real nice and make it mowable so they can then mow it. So then this will be fixed. Water will come off here. Imagine they're probably going to put gutters up at some point, and they can tie their gutters into that sloped area and get that water to go out. So that's what we're doing. Now I've got that slope roughed in. I'll take skid steer and blend it in from here and just kind of make it one grade up to the top of the hill there and make that look good with skid steer. And then once I get that done, I'll come in sideways up to the building and push that dirt up to the edge of the building there, just below the metal, and drag that back and get that sloped away from the building so that water will drain it here. So I'll put you on the skid steer, let you ride on that for a little while. got all that dirt moved out from behind the building here. You can see that now we got a little swell that comes in, comes up on this other side. So this water should drain out there real nice. So walk down here to the other side and look at all the way through. So I'll come in here with a skid steer now and just smooth all this up. Get rid of all these dirt clods and make sure it's good and smooth. And then this is the uphill side looking down. So turned out pretty good. Looks good, it'll mow good. That's the main, one of the main concerns was making sure it was mowable, and it is. So, and then now we're gonna work on this side. I've done a little bit already, just with a skid steer to make a path down through there. But I'll bring the excavator around here and set up and use that Trimble Earthworks again. Make sure I've got a pull grade down through there. It looks pretty good now, but I'm just gonna double check it, make sure water's gonna flow good. And then we'll go around and tidy up there's some dirt on the concrete here that was there when I got here. I'll pull that off and smooth that up and make that look good too. Well, that's where we are right now. I got the dirt scraped off the concrete. I'll come back and smooth that up off the concrete with the skid steer, and then take a broom blower and blow that loose dirt off there. This is the swell we end up with on the left side of the building, just like I did on the back. This right here, where that comes down and ditch comes down, or that swell comes down, I'll bevel that up back into the building, make it good and smooth like I did on the back. All right, I believe that takes care of it. We got all the dirt off the front porch. Blew that off and got it leveled up here in the front. Got this swell going to the left side of the building here to get some drainage coming from it. That's looking good. Walk around here to the back and check out the finished job on it. So that looks a lot different than it did this morning. And got the drainage away from the building. Got drainage all the way down the length of the building, going out into the field. So all that looks pretty good. And on the other side, we got it all raked out and pulled the dirt away from that building and tin, and got this side of the porch cleaned off. So turned out pretty good. All right, so that's going to wrap up the video for this job. I appreciate you watching. If you don't mind, give me a big old fat thumbs up. If you also consider subscribing, that way you don't miss any future videos. And throw me a comment down below what you think about this video and maybe some of the other ones I've done as well. Know that God loves you, and I pray God's blessings in your life.